the relationship between former President Trump and the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance. So it's this really exclusive network of intelligence agencies from the US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. They share intel on global threats, terrorism, cyber attacks, that kind of thing. And historically, it's been a pretty, close group, built on a foundation of trust and cooperation.
Right. The Five Eyes has been, crucial, a cornerstone of international security for decades. But as your sources suggest, things got a bit rocky during the Trump administration.
That's putting it mildly. Even early in his first term, right off the bat, there were signs that Trump's approach to intelligence sharing was, let's just say, unconventional. So how did this, transactional view actually play out in his dealings with the Five Eyes?
Well, one really striking example is that incident in 2017 where Trump reportedly revealed highly classified intelligence from Israel to Russian officials, no less. This obviously raised serious concerns among the Five Eyes partners because it showed this disregard for the sanctity of shared intelligence, right? Remember when Trump publicly endorsed that conspiracy theory about British intelligence spying on him?
Oh, yeah.
That direct accusation against, a core Five Eyes member just further eroded the trust that had been built up, painstakingly over decades.
And things didn't exactly settle down when the allegations of Russian interference in the 2016 election came out, right?
Right. This is where the deep state narrative comes into play, this idea that Trump often used. He kept portraying the intelligence community as this antagonistic force working against him, which just further alienated the U.S. from its Five Eyes partners.
According to what you sent us, one of the first things his administration did was to halt intelligence sharing with Ukraine. Can you unpack that decision for us? What was behind it, and what kind of message did it send to the other Five Eyes partners, especially the UK?
Well, you got to remember, the UK was and still is a really strong supporter of Ukraine. This decision to just cut off intelligence, out of the blue, was a huge departure from, the whole spirit of the Five Eyes partnership. It made people wonder, did the U.S. under Trump still believe in the shared goals of the alliance? Five Eyes has always been about this need to share, being open with information to help everyone. But Trump seemed to be shifting towards this need-to-know approach, much more guarded.
And it wasn't just the Ukraine thing. You've also got the appointments of people like Tulsi Gabbard and Kash Patel to important intelligence positions. Both of them were known for criticizing the intelligence community and being close to Trump.
These appointments really made the other partners nervous. There was this growing fear that sensitive information shared with the U.S. could, end up in the wrong hands.
So while there might be good reasons to, take a critical look at the intelligence community, his approach seemed to cause more problems than it solved.
Great. And don't forget, the Five Eyes isn't just about sharing information. It's also about working together, sharing resources, and showing a united front against threats.
And then there was that crazy proposal from Peter Navarro, one of Trump's advisors, to kick Canada out of the Five Eyes. What was he thinking? And how did the other partners react?
Navarro said it wasn't a serious policy idea, but even just suggesting it caused a huge uproar.
So where does all this leave us? What's the state of the Five Eyes today, after the Trump presidency?
That is the big question. The alliance has been through tough times before, but the Trump years were really unique. They revealed weaknesses, broke down trust, and made the partners rethink how they share intelligence.
It's clear that the relationship between Trump and the Five Eyes was full of tension and uncertainty.
If the Five Eyes can't trust each other and cooperate, it could affect stuff like, international trade, diplomacy, even working together on things like climate change.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Five Eyes. We hope you learned something and maybe even feel like you can, make a difference. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more we understand these complicated things, the more we can all work towards a better future. So until next time, keep asking those questions, keep digging deeper, and keep diving deep.